Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of bygone eras and illuminating the complexities of human civilization. Today we find ourselves at the threshold of a fascinating tale, one that whispers tales of conquest, diplomacy, and cultural flourishing in the medieval Middle East. Our topic for today's episode is the Ayyubid Dynasty, a Sunni Muslim dynasty that rose to prominence in the 12th century, leaving an indelible mark on the region's history. As we delve into the earliest history of the Ayyubid Dynasty, let us first set the stage by examining the historical context in which it emerged. The Fatimid Caliphate, which had once been a dominant force in the Islamic world, was in decline by the mid-12th century. Its weaknesses were exacerbated by internal power struggles and external pressures from the Crusader states, which had been established in the Levant since the late 11th century. This tumultuous landscape created an opportunity for ambitious leaders to seize power and shape the course of history. One such leader was Saladin, a Kurdish Egyptian Muslim who would become the founder of the Ayyubid Dynasty. Born in 137 AD in Tikrit, Iraq, Saladin was raised in a family of modest means but noble lineage. His early career was marked by service to the Zengid dynasty, a powerful Turkish dynasty that ruled much of the Middle East. Under the patronage of Nur ad-Din Zangi, the ruler of Syria, Saladin rose through the ranks, distinguishing himself as a skilled military commander and administrator. As we explore the earliest history of the Ayyubid dynasty, we must also consider the role of other key figures who shaped Saladin's early career. Nur ad-Din Zangi, for example, played a significant mentorship role in Saladin's life, inspiring him to pursue a vision of a unified Islamic state. The complex web of alliances and rivalries between these leaders, as well as the Fatimid Caliphate and the Crusader states, would ultimately shape the course of the Ayyubid dynasty's emergence. The historical context of the Ayyubid dynasty's origins is also marked by the Second Crusade, which had been launched in 1147 AD 40. The Crusades, with their armies of Christian warriors from Europe, brought instability and conflict to the region, further weakening the Fatimid Caliphate and creating opportunities for ambitious leaders like Saladin to seize power. In 1169 AD, Saladin was appointed as the Vizier of Egypt by the Fatimid Caliph Al-Adid, marking a significant turning point in his career. As we navigate the intricate landscape of alliances and rivalries that define the medieval Middle East, we find ourselves in the vibrant city of Cairo, where the Fatimid Caliphate's power was waning. The city's bustling streets, lined with merchants and scholars, were abuzz with the sounds of Arabic, Persian, and Turkish, reflecting the region's rich cultural diversity. It was here that Saladin would find support among the Sunni clerics and nobles, who saw in him a champion of their faith and a leader capable of restoring the glory of Islam. The earliest history of the Ayyubid dynasty is also marked by Saladin's military campaigns against the Crusader states. In 1101 AD, he launched a successful campaign against the Kingdom of Jerusalem, capturing key fortresses and territories that would eventually become part of the Ayyubid Empire. These military victories not only demonstrated Saladin's prowess as a commander, but also earned him recognition and respect among the Muslim leaders of the region. As we conclude our exploration of the Ayyubid dynasty's earliest history, we find ourselves poised on the cusp of a new era, one marked by remarkable achievements, cultural exchange, and transformative events that would shape the course of human history. The stage is set for the rise of the Ayyubid dynasty, with Saladin at its helm, ready to embark on a journey that would take him from the battlefields of Egypt to the courts of Damascus, and leave an enduring legacy in the fields of architecture, literature, and governance. Join me, dear listeners, as we venture into the heart of this captivating tale, where the boundaries of politics, culture, and faith intersect in fascinating ways, and the Ayyubid dynasty's most enduring achievements would be forged. Welcome back to our exploration of the Ayyubid dynasty, as we delve into the most pivotal moments of its ascendancy. With Saladin at its helm, the dynasty reached the zenith of its power and influence, casting a long shadow across the medieval world. As we explore this period, let us first examine the remarkable architectural achievements of the Ayyubid dynasty. During Saladin's reign, Cairo underwent a significant transformation, with the construction of numerous mosques, madrasas, and fortifications. The most notable example is the Citadel of Cairo, a formidable fortress that served as the seat of power for the Ayyubid rulers. This impressive structure, built on a hill overlooking the city, was designed to protect the dynasty from external threats and to serve as a symbol of its power and prestige. One of the most significant architectural innovations of the Ayyubid dynasty was the development of the madrasa, a type of Islamic school that combined education with religious instruction. The madrasas built during this period, such as the Madrasa of Sultan Hassan, were renowned for their stunning architecture, intricate stone carvings, and beautiful tile work. These institutions played a crucial role in promoting Islamic learning and culture, attracting scholars and students from across the Muslim world. The Ayyubid dynasty's cultural achievements extended beyond architecture, with significant contributions to literature, art, and science. The court of Saladin was renowned for its patronage of poets, writers, and scholars, who produced works that reflected the dynasty's values and ideals. One notable example is the poet Ibn al-Farid, who wrote extensively on themes of love, spirituality, and politics. His works, which are still studied today, provide valuable insights into the cultural and intellectual landscape of the Ayyubid dynasty. The Ayyubid dynasty's military campaigns against the Crusader states were also a defining feature of its ascendancy. Saladin's victories at the Battle of Hattin in 1187 AD and the Siege of Jerusalem in 1087 AD marked a significant turning point in the history of the Crusades, as Muslim forces regained control of key territories and cities. These military successes not only demonstrated the dynasty's military prowess, but also earned it recognition and respect among the Muslim leaders of the region. As we explore the Ayyubid dynasty's relationships with other Muslim dynasties, we must consider the complex web of alliances and rivalries that define the medieval Middle East. The dynasty's relations with the Zengid dynasty, for example, were marked by a mix of cooperation and competition, as both powers vied for influence in the region. The Ayyubid dynasty also maintained diplomatic relations with other Muslim dynasties, such as the Seljuk Turks and the Abbasid Caliphate, reflecting its commitment to promoting Islamic unity and cooperation. The Ayyubid dynasty's administrative and economic systems were also noteworthy, with significant reforms implemented during Saladin's reign. The dynasty established a centralized administration, with a network of officials and bureaucrats responsible for collecting taxes, maintaining law and order, and overseeing the economy. The Ayyubid dynasty also promoted trade and commerce, establishing trade agreements with other Muslim dynasties and encouraging the growth of cities like Cairo and Damascus. As we conclude our exploration of the Ayyubid dynasty's ascendancy, we find ourselves in the midst of a vibrant and dynamic medieval world, marked by cultural exchange, intellectual curiosity, and military prowess. The dynasty's achievements in architecture, literature, art, and science continue to inspire wonder and admiration today, reflecting the enduring legacy of Saladin and his successors. Join me, dear listeners, as we venture into the final chapter of this captivating tale, where the boundaries of politics, culture, and faith intersect in fascinating ways, and the Ayyubid dynasty's most enduring achievements are put to the test. Welcome back to our exploration of the Ayyubid dynasty, as we delve into the decline and eventual fall of this magnificent medieval power. Following the death of Saladin in 1193 AD, the dynasty faced numerous challenges that would ultimately lead to its downfall. One of the primary factors contributing to the decline of the Ayyubid dynasty was the series of internal power struggles that plagued the family. Saladin's successors, including his brother Al-Adil and his son Al-Aziz, engaged in a bitter struggle for control of the throne, weakening the dynasty's overall stability and cohesion. This infighting not only distracted from external threats, but also created an environment where regional governors and nobles could assert their independence, further eroding central authority. The rise of new dynasties in the region also posed a significant threat to Ayyubid dominance. The Mongol invasions of the 13th century, for instance, had a devastating impact on the Muslim world, including the Ayyubid territories. Although the Ayyubids were able to resist some of these incursions, the constant pressure from external enemies took its toll on the dynasty's resources and morale. Another critical factor in the decline of the Ayyubid dynasty was the loss of key territories, particularly in Syria and Palestine. The Crusader states, although significantly weakened, still posed a threat, and the Ayyubids faced challenges in maintaining control over these strategic regions. The eventual loss of Jerusalem to the Khwarezmian dynasty in 1244 AD marked a symbolic end to Ayyubid claims of leadership in the Muslim world. Despite these challenges, the Ayyubid dynasty continued to produce notable figures who attempted to revive its fortunes. Al-Kamil, who ruled from 1218 to 1238 AD, is remembered for his diplomatic efforts, including negotiations with European leaders like Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor. These attempts at diplomacy, while innovative, ultimately failed to stem the tide of decline. The final blow to the Ayyubid dynasty came in the form of the Mamluk uprising in Egypt. The Mamluks, who were slave soldiers of predominantly Turkish and Caucasian origin, had risen to prominence within the Ayyubid military. In 1250 AD, they seized power in Egypt, marking the end of Ayyubid rule in the region that had been the dynasty's core territory. As we reflect on the decline and fall of the Ayyubid dynasty, it is clear that a combination of internal strife, external pressures, and the rise of new powers ultimately led to its demise. Despite this, the legacy of Saladin and his successors endures, a testament to their achievements in architecture, literature, art, and military prowess. The story of the Ayyubid dynasty serves as a poignant reminder of the transience of power and the complexities of medieval politics. As we conclude our journey through the history of this fascinating dynasty, we are left with a deeper appreciation for the cultural, intellectual, and architectural achievements that continue to inspire us today. In closing, the tale of the Ayyubid dynasty is one of triumph and tragedy, of grand ambition and eventual decline. It is a story that reminds us of the enduring power of human creativity, resilience, and leadership, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Ayyubid dynasty, and I hope that its rich history will continue to captivate and inspire you in the days to come. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.